Welcome back to Auto Gear Hub, where we bring you the most exciting automotive transformations and innovations from around the world. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a car that blends deep-rooted history with futuristic vision, the all-new 2026 Citroën 2CV. It's a bold and nostalgic revival of one of the most iconic cars in European history, reinvented for the modern electric age. The original 2CV, which debuted back in 1948, was famous for its simplicity, affordability, and rural practicality. Fast forward to 2026, and Citroën has done something truly remarkable. They've brought back the spirit of the 2CV with retro charm, but completely redesigned it for the 21st century, embracing electric mobility, smart tech, and contemporary design. The result is a car that's both familiar and shockingly new. Let's talk about the design first. The 2026 Citroën 2CV pays homage to the classic model with unmistakable styling cues but wraps it in a futuristic shell. The signature curved roofline, flared fenders, and minimalist profile are all present, but they're refined with modern materials and a sleeker silhouette. At the front, you'll find narrow LED headlights that mimic the round, frog-eyed look of the original 2CV but now feature dynamic indicators and Citroën's latest light signature. The grille is no longer functional for cooling, since it's an EV, but a stylized panel with subtle chrome lines and the Citroën chevron badge lit up in white. The lower bumper is clean and aerodynamic, hiding sensors and a radar system beneath smooth plastic. One of the standout details is the retro-style wheels, inspired by the old 2CV hubcaps, now reimagined as aerodynamic alloys with a touch of vintage design. From the side, the body remains slim and upright, designed to maximize interior space without compromising efficiency. The doors are hinged like the originals, but now use flush handles and soft close tech. Two-tone color schemes dominate the range, including muted pastels, light creams, and even matte grays, all with contrasting roofs and trim. At the rear, the minimalism continues. Small vertical LED taillights sit on the rounded fenders, while the tailgate opens upward to reveal a surprisingly roomy trunk for such a compact vehicle. In terms of dimensions, the new 2CV remains compact and city-friendly, with a length of about 3.9 meters and a width of just 1.7 meters, making it easy to maneuver in tight urban environments. Yet, Citroën has cleverly maximized every inch of space, making it feel much larger on the inside than it appears. Moving on to performance, this is where the 2026 Citroën 2CV surprises the most. It is offered exclusively as a fully electric vehicle. Under the floor is a 45 kWh lithium iron phosphate battery pack, good for around 350 kilometers of range under the WLTP cycle. In real-world driving, you can expect about 280 to 300 kilometers, depending on traffic, driving style, and weather conditions. It's not designed to be a long-distance cruiser, but rather a daily driver with enough flexibility for weekend getaways. The electric motor powers the front wheels and produces around 90 horsepower and 160 Nm of torque. That might not sound like much, but in a car that weighs just under 1,200 kilograms, it's more than enough. The 0 to 100 km/h sprint takes around 11 seconds, which is perfectly acceptable for a city EV in this segment. The top speed is limited to 140 km/h to preserve efficiency and battery life, and honestly, that's more than enough for everyday use. Citroën has tuned the motor for smooth and quiet operation, and the acceleration feels immediate thanks to the nature of electric torque. The car is incredibly nimble, especially around town, with a tight turning circle and light steering that make it ideal for narrow city streets or tight parking spots. Ride quality is where Citroën really channels the spirit of the original 2CV. The new model features progressive hydraulic cushions in the suspension system, which offer a uniquely soft and comfortable ride over potholes and uneven roads, just like its vintage predecessor. Regenerative braking is available and adjustable through the infotainment system, offering light, medium, or strong region levels depending on your preference. At its strongest setting, you can almost drive with one pedal, which is useful in traffic-heavy conditions. Now let's step inside, because the interior of the 2026 Citroën 2CV is a real blend of nostalgia and minimalism. The dashboard is a masterclass in simplicity. Instead of dozens of buttons, you have a single horizontal display that stretches across most of the dashboard. The digital instrument cluster is crisp and informative, showing speed, range, region level, and navigation prompts. To the right, a central touchscreen handles media, climate, and vehicle settings. Thankfully, Citroen has retained physical knobs for temperature and fan speed, a nod to user-friendliness. The seats are covered in sustainable materials, including recycled fabric and plant-based upholstery. They're soft, supportive, and styled to mimic the classic bench-style seating of the original 2CV, though now they're individually adjustable and heated. The color themes range from classic beige and tan to modern gray and blue combinations. Despite its compact dimensions, the new 2CV has excellent legroom and headroom, both front and rear. Thanks to the upright stance and flat floor, 3 adults can sit comfortably in the back. The panoramic glass roof lets in a ton of natural light, and there's an optional sunshade for those hot summer days. Ambient lighting runs along the edges of the doors and dashboard, and Citroen even offers mood themes that change the cabin ambiance with soft colors and sounds. Practicality hasn't been forgotten either. The rear cargo area offers about 300 liters of space, expanding to 900 liters when you fold the rear seats down. A small front trunk adds another 50 liters, ideal for groceries or charging cables. There are also multiple USB-C ports, wireless charging, cup holders, and hidden storage compartments beneath the front seats. As for tech, the new 2CV supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, voice commands, over-the-air updates, and a smart assistant that learns your driving habits and offers suggestions like route changes or energy-saving tips. A suite of driver assistance systems includes lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, and automatic emergency braking. Parking sensors and a 360-degree camera system come standard on higher trims, making parking this retro-modern marvel a breeze. Now let's talk pricing. One of the key missions of the original 2CV was affordability, and Citroen hasn't forgotten that. In Europe, the base model is expected to start at around €23,000, which is about $25,000 USD. This makes it one of the most affordable fully electric vehicles in the compact category. Mid-range trims with added features like the panoramic roof, advanced safety suite, and larger touchscreen go for around €26,000, while the top-tier trim with every available option caps out at just under €30,000 or around $32,000 USD. For what you're getting, a unique, charming EV with comfort, practicality, and one-of-a-kind styling, the new 2CV offers excellent value. It's also eligible for various EV incentives in many markets, which can bring down the price further. To sum it all up, the 2026 Citroën 2CV isn't just a nostalgic tribute. It's a genuinely modern car with soul. It respects the past while looking confidently toward the future. With a comfortable ride, adequate performance, usable range, and irresistible character, it brings something fresh and emotional to the electric vehicle world, a welcome departure from the generic, tech-heavy appliances we often see. Thanks for watching this full-length review of the 2026 Citroën 2CV here on Auto Gear Hub. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the most interesting vehicles on the road and what makes them stand out. We'll see you next time for another ride that redefines the road ahead.